road trip. It's a beautiful, beautiful day for a road trip. Headed to Newaygo, which is between Big Rapids and Muskegon. Last I checked, I have about an hour and a half to go. But the journey is fine. The destination's important, but the journey is just fine. There's been construction, there's been merge lanes, there's been traffic stoppages and all that stuff. But you know what? It's all right. Because I'm on a road trip. Yay! So, I'm not sure who's watching, but hi. I'm on my way to Newaygo. New and Way and Go. I hear it's in the middle of Mennonite country as well. So maybe I can get some good, like farm fresh stuff too. But I'm on a road trip. And I'm not going to start doing the RV there yet because I'm the only one here, so that would annoy me. But it is a gorgeous day. Holy smokes, it's a gorgeous day. Let's see, can I turn around? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe? There I am. Oh, it's a gorgeous day. The sun goes behind the clouds and it gets darker, but it's cool today and it's just right. It's a great day for a road trip. And I'll be joining my fellow NoBS women. There's a NoBS conference going on live in Nashville this weekend with Corinne Crabtree, who is a life coach. She has lost 100 pounds and kept it off forever. She started a company called Fit and Fat, and like PHIT and PHAT. And then she changed the name over to NoBS, I believe. I think she still has Fit and Fat, but ours is NoBS. And the basics of the program are you write down what you're going to eat and you stick to it. You get a certain amount of water every day. You get enough sleep. And oh no, what are the four basics? Water, sleep, writing it down. And then I can't even remember what the basic is called. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. But it feels like an Alzheimer's brain because I'm just not remembering a lot of things lately. But basically you don't eat until you're a little hungry, and then you just eat till you're a little okay, like to enough. You eat to enough. But you can basically eat whatever it is you want. Whatever you put on your plan is what you're going to eat. So she gives an example of when she first started losing weight or trying to lose weight. She used to eat, I think, a pint of ice cream a day. I don't know if a pint is a carton. I don't know. But she used to eat a pint of ice cream, a carton of ice cream a day. And she put it on her plan and she said, I'm allowing myself to have this. So like if your thing is cookies, you would say, I allow myself to have 3 cookies every day or 1 cookie every day. Whatever it is that your thing is that you just love so much, you put it on your plan. Or if you've got a hankering for something, maybe you've got an urge for something, you don't eat it that time, right, that when you have that urge, but you consider putting it on your plan for the next day. And it doesn't, you pick the food. They don't tell you what to eat. She doesn't say you have to have so many breads, so many fruits. She doesn't do any of that. And there's a lot about journaling and about our thoughts. And there's a lot about how our thoughts lead results. So Corinne Crabtree was taught by Brooke Castillo, who runs the Life Coach School. And is this car really going to merge? I sure hope so. And so she runs a model. It's facts, thoughts, feelings, actions, results. FT, facts, thoughts, feelings, FTFAR, something like that. So, for example, a fact is true. A fact is verifiable by all the members of a jury. Everyone in a jury would agree that such and such is a fact. For example, I would say that it is partly cloudy today. Most people would agree that that is a fact. I would say these construction signs, or not construction signs, but these guidance signs are yellow. People would say that's a fact. The feelings we have come from the thoughts we have about the facts. So, okay, I don't like those facts. Let's do this. Rain. You can say it's raining, okay? It's raining. If it's pouring or if it's misting, whatever, it's raining as a fact. It's just a fact. Now, if you're a farmer who hasn't had rain, your thoughts that it's rain about that the rain, that it is raining, will probably be pretty positive. But the same facts to a bride who is having an outdoor wedding, that might be different. Those same facts, it's raining, to a bride who who's having an outdoor wedding, might be devastating to her. Exact same facts, different thoughts about them. Her thoughts might be, my day is ruined, I can't believe this is happening to me, how are we going to go on, what are we going to do, the cake is going to melt, blah, blah, blah. A farmer's thoughts might be, I'm so glad it's raining, the corn was only 2 inches high, we really need the rain, this is going to get my potatoes growing, whatever it might be. That farmer's going to have different thoughts about it than the bride-to-be. So from those thoughts are different feelings. The farmer may feel hopeful and glad and happy and satisfied and content and relieved. The bride might feel worried and fearful and anxious and sad and disappointed. But it all leads to certain facts. The facts go to thoughts. We get to decide. First, we got to find out, what are we thinking about something? And what is that feeling that results from that thought? And if we don't like what the feeling is, because we don't usually have control over feelings, but we do have control over thoughts. So if we can tweak that thought just a little tiny bit, the feeling will naturally change just a little bit too. And it can go toward the way that you want to go. That's kind of what they call the model. And then from those feelings come actions. So the actions from a farmer, his feelings of hope and satisfaction, etc., he may, I don't know, go do something positive. Thoughts from a bride, she might, or the feelings from the bride's thoughts might be that she turns into bridezilla and she starts acting out the wrong way, or crying, or yelling at people, or whatever it might be. So we can start like anywhere in that model, and you can go up or down the model. You can start with a fact. You can say, my cat died. That can be a fact. Now, if the cat was a kitten, a little baby kitten, then your thought about that is, oh my gosh, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye, or I wish I had done something differently, or did I do something wrong? And then your feeling is going to change, and you're going to have a certain response. But now, if my fact is my cat died, but my thought is she lived a great life, I'm so glad I got to keep her for 15 years, I'm glad she died at home. You know, if my brain is giving me those kinds of thoughts, my feelings are going to be different. which then leads to different reactions. So when it comes to the eating or overeating or weight loss or whatever it is, that's something that we learn about and we get coached on. A circumstance happens, a person says words, and it doesn't even matter what the words are sometimes. Sometimes it's just the person. Tommy said words. Maybe we don't like Tommy. And it triggers thoughts. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he always says this, blah, blah, blah. And then it triggers feelings. I don't like that guy, or resentment, or jealousy. Why does he always get to say something and I don't? Or things like that. And then our reaction is, or our actions might be that we avoid Tommy. Maybe we talk about it behind his back. Maybe we're competing with that person. So with weight loss, what we learn in NoBS is hunger is not a bad thing. Hunger is natural. Real hunger is natural. There are natural hunger cues. We're supposed to have hunger. So I've been in a lot of different weight loss programs that say, oh, make sure you eat something so you're not hungry. Oh, make sure you eat before you're hungry. Like, they never want you to feel hunger. But what Corinne says is that when you actually start feeling real hunger, your body sends out these chemicals and certain symptoms go on in your body. And it starts tapping into the fat in your behind and your hips, etc. So when we feel hunger, not extreme hunger that's like out of control, but when we feel hunger, it's a good thing. It's a signal to us that we need some nourishment. But in the meantime, if we feel hunger, it's not going to kill us. It might be uncomfortable, but it's just a chemical reaction going on in our bodies. And in the meantime, our body is eating its own fat, so let it. And so with thought work, we can get to the point where our action is not overeating or eating poorly or just grabbing food or things like that. We can be purposeful. We can have plans. We can go over scenarios that happened yesterday or last week or last year or whatever. We can pull out the facts of the situation and then figure out what our brain was telling us. What thoughts was our brain having, or does our brain have about a certain situation? And we do that by journaling. And in the journaling, then we can pull that out and go, oh, that's interesting. Because what we learn is that our brain just loves us and wants to protect us. It loves us and wants us to protect us. It doesn't want us doing anything different because, hey, that might not be safe, so I'm going to protect you. And our brain just says, no, we can't do that. Unless you can trick your brain just a little bit at a time, then you can kind of get around it. Or if you can reassure your brain and say, let's see what happens. Or let's just try it once. Or let's just try it this week. We also learn that our brain has automatic thoughts all through our head all day long. They say there's about 60,000 thoughts that go on in our brain every day. 60,000. That's a lot of thoughts. And they say that 80% of those 60,000 thoughts are the same ones we have every single day. Every day. And we just don't know. Because our brain just is like on autopilot, and it's just like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it goes so fast that you may not even understand or know what your brain is actually thinking. So that's what journaling's about, because it slows you down a little bit and it makes you start noticing what your brain's trying to tell you. So in the NoBS program, we call it old shitty, which doesn't sound very good, but it really it makes sense to us. Like, I've got a little poop emoji pillow right here I found at a pallet sale. And what that is our brain. Our brain wants to ruminate. Our brain wants to get stuck in what it's always known and done and always thought. It's very lazy. It doesn't want to think new thoughts or do new things. So like the times we're having pity parties, we say we're sitting around in our poopy diapers having our pity parties. And yeah, so there's a lot of thought work that goes into it. It's not required. It is not required to lose weight through NoBS. There's just the 4 basics, which is sleep, water, planning ahead, and whatever the 4th one is, I don't remember what it is. But I'll get that reinforced when I go to camp. So I'm going to meet with, there's 5 other women from around Michigan, and we'll meet in a crafting cabin, which is like a Verbo, like a vacation rental by owner, but it's specifically made for crafters. So there's like tables and things like that, table, a chair, and something for each crafter to sit at. But I'm not going for crafting. I'm going to listen to the NoBS camp seminars online. So we all signed up for the virtual camp. So we're all meeting together in the virtual camp, and we're going to get all of our webinars, our lessons, our interactive stuff together, and we'll do it as a group. And it's just fun to come together with people who know the language of the program. And this is about the NoBS program. That's why I'm on the road trip to Newaygo, Michigan, which is between Muskegon and Big Rapids. And I think I've got about an hour and 15 minutes left, I think, to get there. And it's gorgeous weather for a road trip. So I'm going to meet up with the other NoBS women who signed up for the virtual camp. I think they've got, I want to say 250 people for the real camp in Nashville. And then there's like thousands of women signed up for the virtual camp experience. And Corinne Crabtree puts on several camps usually throughout the year. Maybe 2, maybe 3 camps per year. One in like January when we need kind of like a kick in the butt. One in the middle of the year, and then usually one in the fall. And because of the COVID, now we have virtual options. So we can pay just for the virtual camp experience, which is a less cost than the regular camp experience, than actually going to wherever they're doing it. But Corinne is amazing, and she just has a way of speaking, and she cares so much about us women in this program that she's continually revamping, renewing, improving the program based on the feedback that she gets from people. There's Facebook groups. She's got a whole website. They do coaching online. They do like Zoom calls all the time, and that you can watch for free as replays. You can watch the webinars as replays for free. There's a Facebook page, and if you post on the Facebook page as a member, I mean, there's thousands of NoBS women all around the country. But if you make a post on the Facebook page, I mean, I've posted before, and I'm just like, oh, look, Corinne Crabtree responded to me, because she cares about people. She really does. She understands what it's like to have been a fat kid, overweight kid, having other family members that were like, in good shape, and you were the fat kid. She understands that. She understands wanting to be able to do like athletics and stuff and just not being able to. She understands binges. She understands overeating. She understands a whole lot of things, and she is a certified life coach through the Life Coach School via Berkasio. She's very good at what she does, and she's just got a huge heart for all the women in the program. So I'm going to go to virtual camp at this cabin with the other ladies, and then this camp's theme, which is going to be good, is about excuses, and I forgot what the other word is, something else, reasons and excuses or something like that. But we all have them, because again, our brain wants to protect us. It loves us. It just wants to keep us safe. So it comes up with all kinds of crazy things about why we can't just write down what we want to eat today. Why we can't spend 5 minutes to write down what we're going to eat. Or then once we write it down, we can't spend a couple minutes at the end of the day assessing and seeing, did we eat what we said we were going to do? Did we keep our commitment to ourselves? Did we change things up? And if so, why? Did we have urges? What did we do? Did we give in to the urges? Why did we do it? Where were we? What was going on? What made us give in to the urge versus keeping our commitments to ourselves? So things like that. So the program is so cool. The NoBS program is so cool because people start off and you write down the things you like. She calls them good, better, and best foods. Good, better, and best foods. So a good food is something you enjoy. She says it gives you mouth pleasure. That's a good food. So if you're normally going to McDonald's and you have a certain meal that you eat in the morning every day, and then you have a meal from home for lunch, and then you go home and you have your cooked dinner, you're going to write down basically what you eat every day. And you're going to keep writing down what you're eating every day. You're going to plan ahead, though, at some point. So, like, let's say yesterday I had a certain type of meal, and I usually eat that every day. I'm going to put that on my plan for the next day. And I'm just going to keep writing down my plan and going through the day and see if I stuck to it or not. And if not, why not? What was going on? Knowing me, if I put down raw carrots on a plan, it's not going to happen. I hate them. I can't stand raw carrots. Now, I love roasted carrots. I love roasted peppers. I love roasted onions. Anything roasted, it doesn't even have to be in butter. Just heat it up and soft. I love them. But like cold vegetables, like celery, ugh. I mean, even salad, I have a hard time with salads. I just do. So I'm not going to deliberately plan a salad on my daily plan because it's not something I enjoy. So beginners can start off, put down whatever they want. Maybe they have 2 donuts every day. They're just going to put it on their plan. They're going to put it on their plan. They're going to put it on their plan. Then they're going to kind of check themselves. As they're eating their different foods, whatever the foods are, what does their body feel like? How do they feel like afterward? And then they're going to check and see, was it too enough? Did you have enough? Or did you go full? Or did you go over full? Or did you go, oh my gosh, it's Thanksgiving Day and I got to lay down on the couch? And the goal is to get to enough or satisfied. And the goal is to have a little bit of hunger, feel the hunger signals of the body, and then eat to enough. Eat to satisfied. And, sometimes there's some tricks like stopping halfway and checking yourself and saying, is that enough? And if not, then eat half of that half. And then go, oh, is that enough? And if not, then eat half of that half. Things like that. So there's different techniques, but we're all going through the struggle. We're all going through the same thing. And the thing with the maintenance is that well, the thing with the food that we put on our plans, like I said before, she doesn't say you can or can't, you can or can't. She says you decide what you're going to eat. You put it on your plan, and you check it with yourself, and check it with your body. So she also reminds people that what you're currently eating isn't livable once you get to your goal weight. Once you get to maintenance and you get to your goal weight, are you going to be happy with those foods you're eating? Or once you get to your goal weight, are you going to be like, oh my gosh, now I can stop eating those carrots, I can go to mashed potatoes and gravy, and I can go to turkey, I can go to whatever. So she says make it livable, make it edible. She used to have a thing where you would rank it, how likely am I to stick to this plan? Because if someone's got like peaches and cottage cheese for breakfast, and a salad for lunch, and a yogurt for dinner on their plan every day, they probably are going to be hungry and irritable after a week of the same kinds of things. So if you're not incorporating some of your own favorite foods in there, then you're not going to be as successful once you get down to your goal weight. Or once you start adding back your favorite foods. So NoBS is not about restrictions at all. It's about gradual, she calls them 1% changes that you can slip past your protective brain. So maybe instead of the 2 donuts, maybe you've had 2 donuts every day, now you go down to 1 donut every day. And your brain's just gets a little blip, but it doesn't get a crisis signal. Oh my God, no donuts. It doesn't do that. Because once you go into deprivation mode, your brain freaks out, your body chemistry changes, and a lot of people have a hard time with deprivation diets. Because there's a little, it's your brain, but it's almost like a little kid inside you going, but, I really want it. And so sometimes you just have to say, okay, I'll put it on the plan for tomorrow. Or I have to say, I didn't write that on my plan today, but I'll think about it for tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to the virtual camp with NoBS women who also understand the language. I don't know any of them. I've never met any of them. We've only been messaging on Facebook. So we'll see how it goes, right? And I'm bringing the old city with me, and my brain is just woohoo, it's a road trip. Woohoo, we don't know where we're going, and it's something new. Oh my God, we don't know where we're going. Oh my God, I'm in the car, what if it breaks down? My brain is there's all these people I don't know. My brain is damn, you can make new friends. And my brain's what if they don't like me? And then my brain is but we'll figure it out. We're going to have a good time. Even if they're the nastiest crew ever, doesn't matter. We're going to have a good time. We are resolving to have a good time. The cabin is on a lake. There's a state park nearby. I think there are 2 dams with ponds around. There's lots of nature stuff. The cabin has a hot tub. I don't know if I'm going to go in it because of my ankle wound. I'm not sure if it's healed up yet. But a hot tub sure sounds good. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm coming to it. I'm bringing an old poopy in my brain. And we're going to get some work done about excuses and getting results. And I come from a background of a lot of different, I hate to say traumas, and I hate to say big T, little t's. I could say significant events that had affected me as a kid, and it has affected me as an adult. But I've also come through them. I don't live in them. I've come through them. God has helped me through them. And all of my brothers and sisters in Christ have all helped me through these events. So I don't sit there in my poopy diaper and get all perplexed about why my life is not going the way I want it to. Because my life is great. There's nothing to complain about. We used to have an old pastor, Pastor Bovey, and when you talk to him, you used to say, "Hey, Pastor Bovey, how are you?" And he would say, "Super great." And I mean, really, if I'm up and living and walking around and doing things I enjoy, my life is fine. Got a great home over my head. I got a great husband. I got beautiful kids. It is a wonderful life, but not like the Jimmy Stewart movie, because I wouldn't want to go and off myself. But anyway, so I am thinking that because we listen, someone will raise their hand on Zoom, or someone will raise their hand in the live audience in Nashville, and they will ask for coaching on certain situations. Well, a lot of times it has nothing to do with food or eating, because that's not what it's about. A lot of times it's about emotional stuff that they have to try to resolve, or situations that are sticky and they need some more guidance on it. So they get coaching, life coaching basically on it. So as you're listening to other people's stories, sometimes it jars some like memories or jars situations that are similar that like I've had in my life, and it'll bring like emotions up, which are not bad. Emotions are not bad. Trying to stuff them all in and keep them in, that's not so healthy. Anyway, I should probably pay attention to the road. Anyway, that's where I'm going, New Waco. So if you feel like praying, you can pray for safe travels. I'm almost to the destination. I still have to go home Sunday evening. That'll be 3.5 hour drive. Love you guys. Hope y'all are having a great day.